Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Zemore, the dad in DPS, and today we're talking about the quest A Beggar's Tale, which is available in Venworth quite early on in the game in Dragon's Dogma 2. Now, to do this quest, we'll go through all the bits and bobs, and we are going to show you the outcomes of the quest so that you can pick your best outcome in order for you to get the most bang for your buck out of this. Either way, guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the video.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by...
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
Now, the quest is fairly simple. As you saw, we spoke to the beggar that was watching Albert, the main focus of this quest, and we essentially initiated the conversation. This caused the quest, and what you need to do from here is wait. There's not really much else you can do. You wait until Albert moves, and when he does move, you follow his path to the next location.
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words. If there is a more fortunate fool in the city, I have yet to meet him.
Oh, you bold-faced flatterer.
So yeah, you follow Albert down to the slums and to the tavern that is down there. And you're going to have to do a chunk of waiting again. Unfortunately, this quest involves a big chunk of waiting. And when Albert starts moving again, you once again follow him. Now, this is the location that Albert is going to end up at on the map if you want to find it later or earlier. And essentially, you're going to have to wait outside the door until he leaves yet again in a change of clothes. But what you're going to want to do at that point is head inside and steal the old clothes. Now, for some bonus points and to know the full conclusion and the outcome of this quest, you're going to have to follow Albert to his next location.
about again, I see. Why are you so adverse to doing honest work?
You would ask the proud sire of House Berkeley to move crates? To scribble in ledgers? Preposterous!
Albert, see sense. That pride of yours has already ruined you once before. Do you mean to let it do so again?
Now you have one of three outcomes here. The first is to head back to Albert's house where he changed his clothes and hand over the clothes to him.
What do you want? What? Where did you get this? No, never mind that. Listen, whatever you found out, whatever you think you know, pray, do not speak of it to anyone.
Now this outcome nets you 5,000 gold.
We have aught we need to deliver, do we not?
The second option is handing it over to his beastren wife down at the tavern in the slums. And this is going to have the consequence of you need to wait several days in order to activate the next part of the quest.
Aye, sir. What I can do for you? What? You mean to say my Albert's a noble and has only been pretending to be a beggar? That can't be true. Earning a living in the slums isn't easy, but Albert and I, we've promised each other we'd try our hardest to make ends meet. We've been working toward that all this time. And you're saying 'tis all a lie? I don't want to believe such madness, but nor can I deny that these garments are my husband's. Pray, tell me where you found them. I must see this for myself.
After you've waited a few days, whether you're out in the field murdering monsters or just doing it in a bench or at the hotel, head on over to Albert's home, and unfortunately you're going to be met with a guard with some bad news.
Beg pardon, sir, but have you any information about what happened here? A couple were found dead, you see. Poor Albert was stabbed from behind, and Selena, by all appearances, ended her own life after killing him. I can't fathom it. I knew the both of them, and I cannot imagine Selena doing such a thing, let alone to her dear husband. One witness claims Selena was turned away from a noble's estate shortly before the incident. But how could that possibly have led to aught so gruesome as this?
We have aught we need.
This outcome nets you 3,000 gold and a noon bloom. And the final option is heading over to the Noble District and handing over the garb to Hilda. She'll ask you to do the same thing that his wife did, and you have to wait a few days.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of? You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would sooner starve to death than lift a finger in the pursuit of honest labour? If this is a jest, it is in very poor taste. All the same, I shall test the truth of your accusation, and who better to make it plain for us than Albert himself? I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If he has aught to hide, his reaction when he finds them will doubtless be very telling. You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not, I have no intention of causing a fuss. Ah, good to see you. Those garments you gave me had a marked effect. Albert set off to work the moment he saw them, and he's been working steadily e'er since. I ne'er thought I'd see the day. To be frank, I've not the slightest interest in the man, but he can surely benefit this city much more by performing an honest duty than by begging on the streets. In short, you've done us all a service. Pray, allow me to show my appreciation.
The reward for this version is free onyx. Now, by far the best option is giving the item to Hilda, because the free onyx that you get will sell for 7,200 gold, and no one dies. On top of this, if you were to give it to Albert, he only gives you 5,000 gold and learns nothing from his endeavour. But if you give it to Hilda, he will change his life. And last but not least, giving it to his wife is the worst option because both of them die, and on top of that, you only get a measly 3,000 gold. Either way, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.